So guys, hello and welcome back to another Xplane11 video. Now today you join me on the ground in Oslo. So you know that obviously Oslo is the capital of Norway. So we are already quite far north, back in the Zibo today, in the Scandanavian Star Alliance livery. And today's a bit of a sort of special flight. It's a bit different today. This particular flight is heading up to the world's most northern airport. The airport is within the Arctic Circle. It takes around 2.5 hours to get there, and it's so isolated that these flights between Oslo and Tromsø are literally the only ways of getting people and supplies in and out of the place, which place is Svalbard. Now, some of you may have heard this before, some of you may not have. But so we take off from Oslo and head almost directly north. Head off the north coast of Norway. Keep heading north over the heading into the Arctic, and it's the first set of islands we come to. Now, this is a bit of an interesting flight because Svalbard itself is so isolated that our closest airport is Tromsø on the north coast of Norway. Now, if we do have to divert, God forbid, it's going to take us an hour and a half to fly to Tromsø. So we are planning to, I just seen that plane pop in there, I confused the hell out of me. We are planning to land with 6 tons of fuel. So obviously we can't take any less or we wouldn't have enough divert fuel if required. So we're taking off 13.1 tons, which is very heavy for a 2-hour flight. So yeah guys, I feel like without further ado, we should get going and set the aircraft up. So onto the flight deck. Same as always, of course. It's a bit laggy when I look up. I don't know why it's always like this in Oslo. That's how it is. Okay, IRS nav. Clear that one. Right, so FMC, pause in it. We are at Economic Golf Mike. Stand, I've completely forgot, is it 46? Yeah, stand 46. Take the GPS position, let's pop it in there. Then from Oslo to Svalbard, which is F&M Sierra Bravo. This is service Scandanavian 4496. I believe, anyway. Yeah, 4496. So departing today off of 100 left, we are out on the, when I find it, Zibo 5 Charlie departure, I believe. Oh yeah, actually the Novsa one will make more sense. I'll tell you what, I've got an idea. Let's quickly head over to the charts. Because straight after Zibo, we're heading to Novsa. So it would make sense to be the Novsa departure, but I think it's not activated my Navograph subscription. See, I haven't flown in like a day and all this has happened while I've been gone. Right, close, Navograph, link around, you can't see this. Yes, allow. Thank you very much. Right. Close that off. Airports, Oslo, there we go. So, departures, the 2 ones up for proposition are the Moskva 4 Charlie, this is that one, and the Zibo 5 Charlie. So, look for no times and stuff on these. Prop departure, right, okay. You got the Novsa, which is a general 1 line left departure. So yeah, it'll be Novsa then, because for some reason it's put us on the prop aircraft departure. Yeah, prop departure. So yeah, we'll take the Novsa one, Novsa 4 Charlie. Then from Novsa we are heading out on the Zulu 125 airway as far as Somub. And then from Svalbard it's the Zulu 103. As far as now it's Bravo November, that's usually Bovington, but it's Brunei. up here in Norway. I'm gonna say Boston at some point, I know I am. Those of you flying out of Heathrow a lot will know what I'm on about. And then from there's direct Ampis. This is a very huge direct. It's direct to Ampis and then direct Esla. And that's why we pick up the approach into Svalbard. So, with regards to our weights today, zero fuel, we're looking for 59.8, so is that, yep, spot on, what a guess. And like I said, 13, yeah, I had rounded up and add 100, it's going to be 13.3 total tons of fuel. You do that to, hang on a minute. Oh, right, yeah, never mind, it's a thing of a new Zibo update, where if an airport has gate power, then you don't have to connect with, or roll up the ground power units to be able to get the ground power. Right, get the seatbelt signs on. I'm trying not to lock straight up because OBS just starts crying. 350 on the level. That's going to go to auto. Is that not on? Window heats. Set to forward. See what, I'm going to start the APU up straight away. I don't plan on hanging around here too long. There we go, away it goes. So, airport, our initial climb on this one is 7,000 feet. Good, auto brakes to RTO. Now, what is the current METAR here in Oslo? Just get that button there, send it off. Get my GPUs going in the meantime.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Just try to check, make sure this all cross-checks up. Can't open active sky though, it's been a pain with me. Set live for his active, ATUS. Showers of rain, few 180 at 10 knots, few 900 feet. QNH is 1013. Nice and straightforward. So we've got hectopascal. So we can leave them as they are. Let's come down here. It's an hour of departure, so there's really not much we need to set. I will set the runway heading on a 25-degree bank angle. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the runway heading in each core style as well, because there's no VORs to tune for this departure routing. Right, that's fine. The MSA is 25 miles about the airport itself, so I can then go for Mike. And a 25 nautical mile range ring. Excellent. So if we are back to route now. Actually no, index performance. So a few, as I said, is that our final reserve today. The highest I've ever had in the 7.3 is 5 tons. Cost index is 7 for Scandanavian. Cruising at 350. Cruise winds are, when I find them, 227 at 52. Wrong box, there we go. And the OAT, I have to average this out, it's going to be minus 53. Execute that, in one limits. We can do it this, a bit out of Norway. It's a long enough runway to work with. We'll go get some ground charts open. Airports. So we're here. It's on 46. Now pushback. Up on Juliet on Sierra down to Bravo 9. Then we got the full runway length of nearly 3,000 meters to get there one. It's quite a long way, so we can probably do it a bit more, to be fair. Flat 5 takeoff. There's our V speeds. 152 being the V2, so I'll set that up here. Right, Unicom is already set. Don't need to faff around with these, just going to make sure they're all set to something, so they're not bugged out. I'm going to shut the cabin door now. Alright, what's the crack with the IRSs right now? 2 minutes left on the IRS. Get the APU online, APU bleed on. Quick fire test, we should have done this prior to starting the APU up, but oh well. There we go. So airport elevation up in Svalbard is 87 feet, so I'll set that to 100. Let's get all the fuel pumps on now. Get a bit of pushback to start planning. In Oslo, they almost always just go straight back. I don't know why. I want to look into it, but they literally just go straight back and we taxi off, really. I have no idea why they do this, but they do.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Good. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing they always do. I've never really understood it, but did it when I was here, and there's loads of videos I've seen online of them doing it as well. So we need to set 1,690 on the MFRA. Oh, 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 there we go. Same over this side. There we go, just shot past it. 1,690 is set. I'm gonna have to lock up for a minute. Sorry, OBS, you're gonna cry. Passenger oxygen is good, got that set. Right, force start checklist. Bit of a bug with the rain there. Battery on, AP's on the bus, let's try those on. Landing gear, we've got down 3 greens. Aerosoft nav light test is checked. Oxygen tested, you're on that. Is on navigation, transfer and display switches are non auto. Fuel's 13.2 tons, pumps on. Going to the IFE's on, emergency lights on, buttons on, window heat on. Air conditioning is packs on and bleeds are on. Flight altitude 309 knots, 100 feet set. Pressurization mode is also works RTO. Sound trim cut switches are normal. You lose me place in this thing. So huge. Video is set. Rudder and the Airline trim 0 units. FMC CPU setup complete. Thrust setting and V-speed set. Stab trim is 4 units set for the moment. Flight window, flight door is locked. And we're going to hold there. While we get the rest of our stuff sorted out. Jetway can go now. Shark can get the tow to drive up to the aircraft.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Right, so, doors are closed and cabin and passenger seating comes secured. So that's up to the line completed. Air pumps off, packs can go off as well, anti-collision lights on, start the block time. The transponder to alt off. And that's all well and good. Get that chart up now. Anyone else up here? There's one other person with no flight plan, so no one really to worry about. Below line packs are off and the collision on, transponder is on alt off. See your 4 side check is complete. Flight director's on. So after the next keep
all
down.
doors and hatches are closed.
Cool.
Ready to connect.
That's good. Right. So yeah, this aircraft is so old, it actually doesn't have winglets. It's a 15-year-old aircraft. It's some of the last to arrive, or last to be delivered without winglets. Sure, it's nice to be honest. It's a nice change. And flying a nice bit of a different view out the window. Probably shouldn't take too long.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, pump release, let's go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Cool, right, let's fire up number 2. So NT rotation. Both are intermittent. NT rotation, N1 rotation. .25 fuel in, fuel flow in EGT. Okay, it's already started to cut out, the engine will be stable. There goes the starter. And that's the engine stabilised there. So, start number 1. NT rotation. N1 rotation. Oil pressure. .25 fuel in, EGT and fuel flow.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Cool. So I'll wait for him to get going then. Very quiet. I'm going to have a quick check of this. Let's turn you up a little bit. There we go. Alright. So the gens across. Pass can go back to auto. Continuous off. Disconnecting hand signals, please. See, one really cool thing about Svalbard is it's actually like always daylight in the summer. So what I could do is flights at, say, like, I don't know, leaving Oslo at like 11 local time, and by the time I get up to Svalbard it'll just be
and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right.
it's the
We'll see you
complete
next
daylight,
time.
like it's in the
Have a
middle
safe
of
flight.
the day. Alright, get the fuel pumps on. Piso heats, flaps 1, 2, 5. Control check, full left. Full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and to the left, to the right, neutral. Cool, right, 4 taxi checklist. Dinner is on, APU's off, slash reduced, probably on, anti-ice, is not required. Air conditioning is set, flaps 5, saddle trim is 5.6 years there, 5 was checked, and recall is checked. That's the 4 taxi checks complete. So, taxi lights, hand signal was received there. Alright, bit of differential thrust, and we'll get on a roll. It's heading out to the left here. So, out to the left, along here, left and steer down to the end, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, quite a sharp turn here. Doesn't need a lot of thrust to keep going through it. Very dirty wing, I must say. I think it's on to low now. Right. There we go. It's weird, it's lagging so much, like, I haven't had anything like this in a while. Right, so, where are we? It's next left. Wait, yeah? No, it's not. I panicked for a second there. Thought we were about to miss it. Do I use the hood? Thing could be a... Yeah, okay, I'll leave it down for the minute. Actually, no, I'll leave it off for now. I might use it for takeoff. I'm not sure. Because I don't think I've like ever used a hood in a 7.3, to be honest. So, might be a bit interesting. Yeah, this scenery is like, this modelled the hills. Well, it's modelled the hills, I'll say that, but it's gotten to a bit of an extremity, really. Like, how much it's just like bounces about and up and down hills. Using only 40% thrust just to keep moving at like a steady-ish rate. I'll tell you what, yeah, I'm going to turn these down because it's going to get very loud on this takeoff roll. Just remembered why I always kept them down there. Cool. Leave the thrust setting about there for now. See what I mean? Look, it's just bouncing all over the place. Cool. It's de-icing pods on the left there. It's June, so don't really need that. So I think I will go next right into Bravo 8 instead. You really don't need full length. It's not required. Right. Right, quite literally right here. Full tip checklist, config check, flaps 5 green lights. Sail out of trim. It's 5.6 units set. Tip being reviewed and cabin is secured. Up to the line completes. Overshot that slightly. Nose wheel skidding around. Right, let's get all the lights on. Imagine we're clear for takeoff now. There we go, cam cruiser device, TRA, another radar. So below the line, MCP is set. Take LNAV. Plus one that is TRA, strobe lights are on and non lights are on. 4 takeoff checks complete. Right, let's get going. Start the clock. Still at 40% now, so get going on a nice rolling takeoff. It's 40%. Stable. And Toga, set takeoff thrust. Thrust sets, 92.4% in 1.
80 knots.
Checked. Thrust hold. Here's that Toga. No weather reload there. Don't need this.
E1, rotate.
Rotate. Bit of air on into wind.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Nice full altitude there, maintaining the speed nicely. 400 feet, roll mode is LNAV. Nice wing view there. Right, so now bank out to the left. For 1,000 feet now, I'm going to stick Command A and so I can start cleaning the aircraft up. So bug the flap up position, retracts can go off, and set them both to auto. Zoom it out a bit as well. Good. And climbing out. Come on, accelerate please. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Vertical speed, it's not having this at all. It's flat 1 now. I don't know why it just spilled back into level change mode. So I go into VNAV. Out into V, and I'm going to leave the flaps in the up position until I get around this corner here. So I'll maintain this speed. It's really struggling with this wind, look at it go. It's all over the place. Right, flaps up. I'm just gonna have to maintain a constant rate of vertical speed for now, because it's just with the level change, the speeds fluctuating everywhere and you just can't cope with it. So I'll maintain a vertical speed for now. Cool. Oh, OBS has gone funny going into the clouds there. See, guys, it's become a tailwind, it's spooling down to try and maintain a vertical speed, but don't put it back in level change yet. We'll keep climbing, however. Any more speed constraints? Nope. Still up to 250. So I'll try and maintain that as well. Yeah, down to 3,000. See, this is the problem when you're having to do sharp turns through strong winds. It can't cope with it by itself, and you've got to keep doing like a sort of your own level change. Just under pressure, 3 times set. We can reset the MFRA now. We are fully cleaned up, and we are struggling to climb here, so bring that down. We have dropped below the flap up speed, which is definitely a no-no. Leave that off. OBS is going to start crying again as you come through the clouds. There we go, away we go, please. Set back in level change now, give it another go. There we go, through the clouds. Lagging really badly now for some reason, but we are through the clouds. Got all the lights off, and camera can be released. I'm going to take the VNav now. Out into the V. Clean that up. Gator off and autogate's off as well. OBS lagging, man. Probably just not that bad in the sim, it's just OBS crying out. Like, it's not bad up there when you look down at the clouds. GPU performance is awful. I should be getting a new GPU hopefully in like a month or so. So yeah, hopefully that'll fix some of the issues I've been having. I'm going to cut straight up to 350. Just our cruising level. As I check the sound synchronization set. Tempers are off, landing gears up and off, what's off, flaps up, and lights and our tempers are set. And standard pressure. Stay out of temperature complete. It's flight level 100. The aircraft gets straightened up and leveled off-ish. Accelerate up. It's very strong to climb with this heavy. Alright, that's just going to be released. Cool, alright. That's our departure. Hope you enjoyed it. And I shall see you and get a bit closer to the Arctic Circle. So guys, welcome back. We're just currently routing over the Norwegian Sea. Been airborne for exactly 2 hours now. And we're not far from our top of descent, so we need to start planning stuff So first things first, I'm going to get the charts open. Of course we checked the elevation earlier, so that's already there. Airports, we get the airport chart open. Approach charts, we are planning the RNAV runway 28. So that is the arrival routine there. A bit of an offset approach, so you have to make a visual turn on final. So we come down to the FMC here. We are doing the RNAV runway 28. And we aren't having the transition because we're routing straight inbound to the RNAV itself. Zoom that in there. So yeah, you can see here through Ampis and then to XSler, and that is where we begin or pick up the RNAV approach itself. Now it's lagging so much right now, I don't quite know why. It's really weird. I don't know if it's because there's such a high cloud coverage or something like that, but yeah, very weird. You can see the approach there, it's offset. You can see that's the final point there, inbound towards the runway. Just go back a bit. So yeah, that's the arrival runway itself, or approach path even. Gonna plan an auto-brake free landing, flaps 30. Runway length here is a pretty good 2,500 meters. However, the runway width itself is quite narrow. It's not too bad. It's relatively similar to normal, but it is a bit narrow compared to usual. Now I'm not sure if there's a turning circle midway down. I've been looking around to try and find one online, but I've seen most flights it return at exactly the same place, so I got a feeling they might just touch down and find one. That's my theory right now. But yeah, so our parking sort of attitude when we land, it's not really important because Svalbard is so quiet that they literally just usually stick them diagonal across the apron. We'll see what happens when we get down there, see what the situation is with like ground traffic and stuff like that, and we'll make our decision based upon that. What else I want to do is get some range rings in, because this is quite a steep approach path. It's rounded at 4 degrees, so I want to get some range rings in to judge distance. Do we have a runway waypoint, or do we not have that? No, we don't. Guess we'll just have to go for I can remember Bravo Sierra, I think. Is that the right way airport? I can remember Sierra Bravo, right? Yeah, nearly the wrong airport there. So I'll have to go for that. I'll quickly check the MSA as well while I'm here. Tango Alpha Alpha is about the point, I believe. So I want to do 4 miles, 8 miles and 12 miles. And next page, Tango Alpha Alpha. Alright, never mind, we'll just do the airport again. And 25 nautical miles for the MSA. Good, right, the minimums on this approach. Trying to remember 28, the time gradient is 4% for this aircraft. Category Charlie, 1,480 is the NDA. Very high. Yeah, so the wind's like variable. Well, it's get it exactly actually. Hang on. ACARS. We want Echo Member Sierra Bravo. Send. Wait for that to come back with some results. Now I don't know if this will be correct or not. Yeah. So 2606 knots, 230 available, 290, so 28 is definitely the third runway. Almost dead on. KH 1009 down there. So we shall. That's here. Temperature 7 degrees, 2 points -1, so if we get any visual precipitation or visual moisture, anti-ice will be required. The wind's at 1,400 feet above the airport. It's 3105 knots. Gives you that because of these steep approach gradients. Actually, we don't need a standby approach, so I don't know why I'm setting that. As I say, KH 1009er. Set the minimums across on this side, which is like 1,460, wasn't it? Yeah, no, 1,480. My bad. There we go. Excellent. So then that's 100 feet set. Happy with that. So cross-check over. Visibility's good. Bit of cloud around 2,500 feet. But apart from that, nothing really too spicy with the weather. What I do want to try and do is get a line off of the runway. So the runway headings are 277 and 097. So I'll put them in there. And hopefully that should give us a bit of, yeah, give us a bit of guidance where the runway is. See that very, very short final turn there. Yep, that is fine now. So, all this, obviously we are landing very heavy. I have to take precaution with that. Because we're expecting to land with, is it 6.3? 6.1 tons now. Which is obviously quite a lot of fuel. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed. I'm going to set the runway heading in them courses in about a second. It's 277. That on both sides. There we go. There is a localizer approach, but the RNAV is preferred here because of the correlation between latitude and vertical navigation. So that's the preferred approach for us today. T8 puppies on a 3.4 degree angle, about 2,200 meters of runway to play with. We hope my plan is to try and decelerate quickly and spin around on the runway. Preferably we'll find the turning circle. If not, we might just be able to spin around on the spot. But if not, we'll head down the end and spin around there. I'll keep looking around to see if I can find any more information on turning circles, but I haven't found anything as of yet. So, so we're heading directly north now. Look at that. 000. We're heading straight north. Shows how crazy this is. It's 2 hours north over the Norwegian Sea. Yeah, not far now. Not far at all. So, yeah, guys. Oh, hang on, descent checklist. Nearly forgot. Pressurization on that. It's 100 feet set. Anti-ice is not required right now. We discussed the possibility of using it. Push, briefing, and fuel is all discussed. Actually, we can discuss the fuel still. Our fuel situation. So our final reserve is going to be 5 tons, as I said. First time was 6.1, so you have an extra ton to hold and use before we have to divert to Tromsø. Obviously, it's a long divert. We'll probably start planning for a divert by the time we get down to about 5.2 tons of fuel or so. But I doubt we're about to divert. I think it should be fine. But of course, we always have to plan for the possibility. We already have a route planned to get down straight down to Tromsø. It's very straightforward, of course. There's so little air traffic up here. There's no airways. We can just pretty much go direct. So yeah, that's the fuel discussed. IS and outbugs are checked and set, and that is the descent checklist complete. So guys, that's it for now. I'll actually get back to you when we begin to shoot the approach into Svalbard. So guys, welcome back. We are just now beginning to shoot this rather stunning approach, but the views so far have been phenomenal. It's amazing. But yeah, so we are here, we're on towards Oslo right now. This is where we begin our approach, or start the RNAV. My god, this is brilliant. This scenery is actually very expensive for Svalbard because the islands themselves don't exist in default Xplane. Like Maps2Xplane has actually had to make the entire island of Svalbard, which is why the scenery is so expensive. Like, he hasn't put textures over it and all, he's actually had to like make the terrain. It's just pretty incredible. The clouds are on it weird. I think it might be something to do with what I just said there, but nevertheless, should be fine. That's a 25 nautical mile range ring there. 8,000 feet. So it really does look amazing. Just look at all that. So yeah, you can see the runway centre line down there. It's about maybe 7 miles to our right. It's about the offset. Oh, cloud's gone weird. Draw this is supposed to be really low for some reason. Nevertheless, I'm sure it'll be fine. Good, good. Alright, there we go. Just bring Notify back in and maintain the speed. Just look at that. It's just so nice. Okay, the approach checklist is altitude instruments set and cross-checked, and approaches are checked and set. That's the approach check's complete. So slow at 220 knots now. About to begin the RNAV. You can see us just here. I'm going to go 295. Inbound, so not far to go. Set the local QNH 1009er. Unless our has changed. I hope it hasn't, but it might have. So we'll quickly check on that. No, it's all the same. As with the winds and the clouds. Makes our life very easy. Cool. There we go. Slow into the flap up position now. Not maintain that speed. Look at that. It just looks so nice. It just shows what's possible with Xplane if it was made easier. Like, Maps2Xplane is like the only guy who can do all this terrain modelling. That's why it seems like he's well done, extremely expensive. It just shows the amazing stuff possible. Look at what's going on with the clouds, but we'll ignore that. So it's quite a steep glide, going to get configured a bit early. Going to go flaps 1 now. There we go, that's going down. You'll see where, there you go, leading edge, so that's coming down. So yeah, get done a little bit early. Then we'll be set to continuous now. There's no visual precipitation or anything, so anti-ice is not required. As I don't know, it is a lovely -2, but it's dry air, so nothing to worry about. On the approach, final approach course is set. Come to the glide path, not glide slope. Big difference there to remember. So that's 1,500 feet, which is the lowest altitude before minimums. So we capture the glide path. 5,000 feet is the go around out. There's the glide path. It's 5,000 feet. Good. Not far out now. Yeah, you can just see this little valley having a track through. And before that cloud loaded in, weirdly, I could just see the airport there.
25.
Yeah. See, that's going to go mental for here because we're just slowly descending over terrain, so we're going to disregard that for a while now. Flat 5. A little bit turbulent there. That's fine. It's because that thing's going up and down so quickly. There's that steep glide there, or steep approach angle. And set a flat 5 bug. So yeah, it shouldn't have been doing that there, but nevertheless it's fine, we're aware of our situation, even though we did just lose visual. Oh, never mind, we're back. Yeah, so there is a caution or advisory with the wind shear above 2,000 feet on the approach in certain wind conditions. I guess that's what we're currently getting right now. We go gear down, flat 15. Jeez, it's all over the place. There's the runway there. Get all the lights on. Ding the cabin crew. Logo letting go off, don't know why that's on. Set the flat 15 bug. So yep, flat 30 still the same. Actually, I think we'll select flaps 30 now. So flat 30. Oh, it's really struggling to maintain this. Cool, so that guy's quick jump cut there. Again, sorry about that. Okay, add 5 to the final approach speed on the SteerX right landing checklist. So as we continuous recall is checked. SteerX arm green light. And autobrakes level 3 set, flaps 30 ground, and that's on. And checks complete. Minimums. Automatics all coming out. You can see the runway there, a little bit low there. We are on the high side here. Need to lose some altitude.
1,000. 1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch altitude set.
Strong below VRF, we cannot have that at all. We've got 2 as 2 weights again, so we can ease off on the descent rates. Begin to spin around onto centerline track.
500.
Checked. And
400.
lined up, fully visual, stabilised, losing one of the puppy lights there. There's a shed in the middle of the leading lights.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Hold it up, let's hold it. Close in a bit, there we go. Swings up and reverse.
knots.
60 knots. Add a reverse. Cock the. Yeah, we'll just spin around the middle of the runway. Auto-direct can be disarmed. Reverse is stoke, stopping is assured. I can spin around just here. Cool. Welcome to Svalbard. A bit of a slope, so we need a bit of thrust here to get us around the corner.
Personal belongings before you exit the aircraft, and be careful when opening the overhead compartment. You're now free to use your mobile phones and small light.
Still the speed brakes. A little thrust in, so you can backtrack. I had a decent rate with it being uphill. Start to clean the aircraft up. Trim back up, but used to the on actually. It's fully into trim set. Actually not idle thrust, I'll bring it back a little bit. Start the APU. As soon as, sorry, cabin crew stand up. Flaps can go up now. Cool, welcome to Svalbard. Bit of a fun approach again. Sorry I had to disappear around the final approach, but there's not much I can do about it. Okay, the nose wheel cloaking over the runway lights. Alright, so we can't see Alpha, that's for category Alpha and Bravo aircraft only. Where are we? There we are. Ooh. So usually I've seen them just sort of park it diagonally, like sort of across that way, but I've seen them both park straight as well, so we'll spin around, we'll see what the situation is like when we're trying to spin around in the stand. Okay, let's exit the runway here. You can go talk to Althoff. Cool. Bit of a bump there. Follow this taxiway around. See, I'm pretty sure that's like stand 1. Oh god. This is a literal nightmare. Let's just track into stand 1. Yeah, I think so. I think I'll probably park along that bit there. So it's going to be a bit close. Right, 10 there. Pull these on. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Stupid, mate. I have to go for it. Need to really watch the wing on this building here, of course. Alright. Spin it around straight enough. Right, stop there. We got a bit of a nightmare with the EPU there. I'm just going to get that off and go straight to ground power. So we'll shut down the number 1 engine so we can get the ground power up. We can go up to the aircraft. Yeah, right, ground power connected. So now we can shut down number 2 as well. Stand by anti-collision, clean the aircraft up. Signal signs off. Nice. Sort of block time there. We can get all the vehicles up. Drive up. Drive up. Have I got a problem with parking brake or something? There you go. Here they come. Cool. So, thought to get that page ready. On transit shutdown checklist, electric our GPU primary set, lights go off, seatbelt hands off, probably off, anti-ice off, air conditioning packs also AP bleeds, not on, air conditioning is, sorry, anti-collision light even is off, SATA switch is also, auto brakes off, Stewart stand detent, flaps are up and transponder is standby. It's a transit shutdown checklist completed. So, open, and welcome to Svalbard. That was eventful to say the least. Could have been better, could have been worse. But yeah guys, so I really enjoyed that. Very different place. Very nice scenery now. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra.